Where do you get pictures for your blog? That is probably the number one question I see in any Facebook group, any Reddit thread, or even in my YouTube comments. And so I just wanted to go through a couple different places where you can get stock images or figure out how to take your own images so that you can start having nice quality images on your blog. The first one I'm going to mention is one that I think a lot of people know about. It's called Dupe. So it's a little bit different than iStock, where it's a little bit more, I would say, aesthetic than iStock or any regular stock photo. These ones are a little bit more closer to what Pinterest users I think would like. It's a little bit more just aesthetic, clean, and simple. This is a free website, so all of these images are free and you can download them for free. The thing with using free images is that Pinterest has seen it quite a few times already. And having unique images is always going to be the best thing for Pinterest. But Dupe is a great option when you're just starting out and you don't want to invest a lot in your blog when you don't know if you can make a lot of money from it. So I highly recommend Dupe if you are looking for different food aesthetics, different like home office aesthetics. They have so many different things here. You can sort by the orientation and everything. So Dupe is a great option. I'm sure many of you know already, but Canva has a lot of free and paid for photos here. I use these a lot of the times in my Pinterest account, and I like that you can filter them for whatever orientation. I usually go for vertical ones and I go for the pro ones, and then you can go by colors and it'll just sort out and you can find some great images here. So if you have the paid Canva subscription already, this is a great option. If you don't, then there is free options as well, but Canva is a great place to get some stock images as well. The next free option I would recommend is called Kaboom Pics. The next free option I would recommend is Kaboom Pics, and they have a lot of really aesthetic ones as well that you can use here. Again, they are all free. I do think that they have a paid option as well, but this is a great option for some free stock images if you are looking for a certain style or you've already exhausted the ones from Dupe. Then this is a great option. I can't believe I'm sharing it with you. It was a little secret of mine for a little while, but I do use Kaboom Pics here. The next options I'm going to show you are some paid options. So I recently started a subscription with Hottock, and they have really awesome stock pictures here that are high quality. They're perfect for Pinterest. They range from a bunch of different categories. So if you're into fitness, they have wellness ones, minimal, lifestyle, food and drink, travel. This is such a great option and I'm loving it. I saw a huge increase in my Pinterest when I started paying for premium stock images. So if you are a little bit further into your blogging journey and you're looking for an option for paid stock photos, I would highly recommend Hottock. I do have a 15% discount code. If you are interested, I will leave that down below and you can always sign up for Hottock. I highly recommend it. I've been using it and I've been loving it. I tend to use them a lot for my images on my blog that are the stock images. This image, for instance, is from Hottock. I'm pretty sure most of my images that I use as like this featured photo is from Hottock. I've been loving using them. It's always great quality and usually the perfect aesthetic that I'm going for on my blog and on Pinterest. So if you're interested and you want 15% off, you can use the code down below. I highly recommend them. I occasionally also use deposit photos. Now, they have a subscription and each individual photo is a little bit expensive, but occasionally every 3 months or so, they have these options where you can grab 100 pictures for $25, and I have that and I can use them. They don't expire, so you can stock up and get a bunch of photos, and this is a place that I highly recommend if you're going for paid stock photos. Whenever they share the link for buying the discount code, I will share it to my newsletter subscribers. So if you'd like to get on my newsletter, then you can subscribe down below by downloading my free blogging guide. And then you can be aware when they go on sale for buying these premium stock photos. I highly recommend them. They're usually really good. They're great if you're just starting out on a recipe blog or listicle blogs. These are really great options for you. So one of the other places I like to get images is actually on Pinterest. So if you see here, there's different options here for images. And all I do is I click on it and I copy this and I just paste it into my blog post, and it embeds from Pinterest directly into my blog post. And you're giving credit to the creator and you're not actually stealing their picture. So I would recommend, if you are looking for a certain aesthetic and you see it on Pinterest, to embed it straight from Pinterest. That way you are doing it the most legal way. Obviously, with Pinterest and embedding it straight from Pinterest, those pins can disappear once in a while. So I do recommend, if you can, asking permission from the actual creator to save the image and embed it directly into your blog post. But if you can't, I know a lot of people, it's hard to actually hear back from people. Betting it's the best way to do it otherwise. And you'll just have to keep an eye on it to see if the pin has possibly disappeared. It happens from time to time, but it's a great option to give the credit where credit is due and to just be able to start creating some really great blog posts, even when you can't afford premium stock images yet. And the very last thing I recommend is that if you can take your own pictures, it is always the best thing. It's a unique image to Pinterest and to the internet in general. So they haven't seen those images before, and it's a great option if you can. I have this blog here as well, and these are images I took of my lunch 2 days ago, and they're okay. I'm learning to get a little bit better with my photography, and I just use the free Lightroom app on my phone to edit it, make it a little bit brighter, but I'm practicing. That's the only way to get better with this stuff, is to practice taking your own pictures, learn how to crop it, learn how to brighten it, learn how to sharpen it, and just try and make it a little bit better. But using your own images is always going to be the best option. So those are a couple different options for finding some great photos for your blog and your Pinterest. I recommend, if you can, to use Hottock. I will have the link down below. But if you are looking for any more blogging tips and Pinterest tips, then I will be continuing to share that. So make sure you subscribe and also join my newsletter so that I can update you on some blogging tips as they come out.